Now there's quite a fair bit of practice in doing this, but thank God for the training, the drift training. It's made it considerably easier. This is familiar territory if you've been in the McLaren Senna GTR. So first the main switch over here, put that on, everything beeps up into life, and then you actually have a key. And there we go, she is up into life. A very different kind of steering wheel. Drive is engaged, and let's just get this. Oh, we got a fabulous turning circle over here, which is not really the truth. It's rather atrocious. This place is filled with just such incredible cars, and you don't want to be the idiot messing that up. Of course, this being a race car, it has exactly such a kind of turning ratio. One that is wild as 17 moons. Whoa, we're on the platform at Holman International. Oh yes. And I am just so amazed at exactly how manageable this car appears to be. Really. It's just like driving any other Porsche, except that this one is at last properly loud. I will do a bit of a sound check in a couple of minutes just to see how wild this thing sounds when she's warmed up. Just getting some idea of how this is, but oh, let's actually get out of this beast and then go and do a little bit of a talk about it. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Supercar Diaries and to another episode of our freshly started Germany special. We're up in Bremen at Holman International, one of our very special clients and also one of the biggest, well, if not the biggest in Europe or maybe even the world, exporters and sellers of really superb and fine motoring. For example, this. Here we are looking at one of 7 carbon fiber versions of the 935 Porsche. There's only 77 of them made in the entire world. This, as we said, one of the 7 carbon fiber versions. I don't think any amount of explanation or any amount of words can really justify what you see when you look at this car. The force be with you. It's covered in a blanket of carbon fiber. It's just gorgeously put together. The technology that has gotten into this car to make it such a brute on the track is preposterous. These doors. It is humanly impossible to transmute to you the lightness of this door. Literally. I swear it could not knock over a 0.2-year-old. It's a sport, it's a race car, 1,380 kilograms. Now some of you might say that that is really heavy, but just think about all the technology that goes into this actually being safe at the incredible speeds that it does do on the track. You can see there's a phenomenally large roll cage in here, which, bless the person who drives this. Bruder! Why was it so difficult to get in and out? Going fast is not just about having tons of power in your pants. Oh! It is also about the aero of a car, to make it quick. The air is fed into so many cavities to get it to stick to the road. Lots of downforce. The air moving in here, then cooling a radiator and exiting over there, over the car, being pushed towards the back, and then that humongous rear wing working with that. These two chasing air to the tires, to the brakes, to cool them. Here's a radiator behind there. There's a radiator behind there. It's all about cooling this car. And that 3.2 litre flat six twin turbocharged engine at the back, developing a whopping 845 horsepower. The hot air accumulating inside of here, getting rid of that at the top of this wheel arch, with also the airflow pulling that hot air out and then distributing it towards the back. Now these fins, we've seen some of them similar to this. If you think back to the F8 in Lagos, you can go and have a look at the video that we did in the wind tunnel. You can see just exactly what these guys do. Now that air also gets thrown into this back wall and actually pushed right through these cavities. You got these carbon fiber fins chasing that air down here as well. A lot of that getting sent into that as well, and then in towards the back. It quickly just peek in there. It's probably a bit too dark with the camera. That is the cocoon in which you shall be finding yourself as the race driver of this car. Piece of cake to get in here. Bruder. Slip in just like that. You got to flick the ignition switch to just get everything pumping and working. Your little nice 935 emblem coming, and then you can use your Porsche key to start that up. Look at the key, exactly the same as you would get in something similar to your everyday Porsche. How is this phenomenal rear end of this incredible, incredible masterpiece? And the funny thing is how they've actually managed to hide the taillights. If you're standing upright, you don't see them, but they're actually hidden right there at the back, underneath there. And then some of them integrated right here into this massive, massive rear wing. I've long not seen a massive rear wing like this. Godly me, is that huge. The carbon fiber in this car is just beyond words. I don't know, I can't actually get this over in my vocabulary to you guys, just how impressive this is. Right guys, unfortunately we're not able to take this car out for a drive, but what we can do is start her up and give it a couple of revs and see exactly how loud she is. We brought our decibel meter with, and so she's going to go up to the charts on our list of the decibel. Got my earplugs going, and let's go, Maurice. I actually did anticipate that being ever so slightly louder than that. However, still very proper at 116.8. Thank you very much for checking out our decibel.